All right, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and see what your animal energy is for the rest of the month here. Oh, really? Oh, really? Are you serious? You have the starfish. I don't think we've had the starfish for any reading in I don't even remember when. It's been a long time. Starfish, we're just seeing about the ocean, and then starfish, which is related to wish fulfillment. Stop. What's really interesting with this as well, though, so let's talk. First of all, water energy. I saw you coming off the ocean. Okay, so there's that. This medicine is very much about allowing yourselves to really enjoy the shallow aspects of life, which is really interesting. So, and it's interesting because you came from the deep water as the Viking ship and then onto the shallow, part of the bit with the shore is, right? This is about how things appear. This is about how things are on the surface, right? And then knowing that in order to get the full picture, you can appreciate what's on top. That's a stunning picture, right? But in order to get the full scope, you must look beneath the surface as well, and vice versa, right? You can't just spend all your time in the depths. You got to look at what's on top and appreciate the sights as well, right? So there's something to that about expanding your vision and understanding that it's just as important. I feel like this is the equivalent of you guys following your feelings and knowing that by taking time off or doing things differently or allowing someone else to help you, something right that makes it more enjoyable for you is truly the path to getting what you want. So the starfish energy, okay, I'm seeing a very specific example, so I'm going to share it. Let's say that you are in an industry where, you book by the job, right? Let's say that you're an artist. Because this is kind of artist energy in its own way as well. So let's say that you're an artist and you are used to applying for jobs, whatever freelance jobs or looking out for artists for hire, however that works. And you do that every day, and you're just, that the more that you do it, the more it's a numbers game, the more chances are that, something's going to get an interview or an opportunity. But let's say you wake up and you just feel like not doing that. You're like, you know what? I really feel like just for example, going to the beach. I just need a day or two or three to just go to the beach and relax. I feel like doing that. And then by listening to that feeling, you go and you end up meeting someone at the beach or on the way to the beach or around the beach who you get to talking to. And it turns out that they're, an artist manager or whatever have you. And they're like, wait a minute, you're great. Can I see your stuff? And then it's suddenly this person has materialized so that you no longer have to apply for stuff all the time on your own. And someone steps in to help you with this. It's things like that. When you follow your feelings, they are there to guide and direct you. It's when we ignore them that things are really difficult. So I feel like that is a very strong message for you, Capricorn. Sticking to some sort of, rigid, anything to do with obligation is not your friend for the rest of this month. Anything that has to do with joy and really following what feels good is. That is going to align you in a way that is not only a better time, but you're going to see oh my God, I'm so glad that I look at the universe working for me. Right? There's something to that. Now, starfish also relates to the lovers in the tarot, which is Gemini energy, which is the season that we are fast approaching at the end of this month. So I like that for you as well. It's a little wink as well. Lovers energy is very much about love-based choices over fear-based choices, but also inner and outer duality, right? So there's something in that for you as well. I do feel like you're being asked to really go deep in terms of what your motivations are and why and how you go about doing what you do. There's something, I feel like Spirit is coming in to say, can we rework the framework a bit? Why is that? Is that a learned habit? Is this a story? Because I feel like there's an opportunity, as cliche as it is, to work smarter and not harder. Something in that where it's it doesn't need to be there's another way to go about this that you may not be seeing, and you're being asked to kind of allow your vision to expand in that way. Let's see what's going on. Oh, did you just show up in your own reading like that? How dare you? This is really good. So the devil, Capricorn energy. What's really interesting about this is that we have I almost said we have the fear. We have the rabbit here, which this to me always feels like, the devil is a lot about fear and how our own fear and fear in general, first of all, can be inherited, but it can also entrap us, right? We are bound and trapped and limited by our own fears, right? Now let's talk about rabbit energy. Rabbit has a light and a dark side just like anything else, but the light side of rabbit energy is fertility and success and abundance. The shadow side, which is represented here, of rabbit energy is fear and self-fulfilling prophecies, being so afraid, being of such a mind that you just talk all the time about like, oh, this is never going to happen, or oh, this, industry is done with me, or whatever that is. I hear a lot of like talk like that, or oh, this is just how it is, or oh, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. And then it ends up being the case because the universe is conspiring to prove you right. We are co-creators. We are natural manifestors, right? We are magicians. So if we say something enough and believe something enough, the universe is going to go, right, order up, and they're going to bring you. Like, it's very true. Like the thought, like what you think about, you bring about. And that's really coming in for you here. And I really feel like it's about being mindful as well. Now, remember, this is also about everything in the 3D that you can see, touch, and feel. It's about, addictions or going about things so habitually without ever questioning or bringing them up for review. And I feel like you are being asked to bring up something or some things for review and go, how might fear be affecting this choice or this habit? Oh my God. And as a result, we have the Ace of Wands. This is really, really good. So Ace of Wands. Whenever we have an ace, it's a brand new start. It's a fresh start. It's a big burst of energy. The wands rule the realm of the actions that we do or don't take, usually around the work that we love to do, but it can also be around our interpersonal relationships, about which we are passionate. The Ace of Wands here, especially with the beautiful firefly medicine and energy there, says that there is a creative surge available to you, and it is likely around the work that you love to do. If you get out of your own way and kind of take a closer look at how your fear may be informing your thoughts or your practices, right? Then this Ace of Wands energy, this is available to you. This is about a big creative burst. This is about a major success in whatever your field is. This is huge. This is like that big offer. This is like that, big opportunity. I finally got my break, or yes, oh my God, I can't believe I've been, considered for this or hired for whatever it is. Or a rebirth of a already established relationship. This is the big kahuna of all the wands. So this is really beautiful. Now, firefly energy and firefly medicine as well speaks of the preciousness of the moment and how moments can be fleeting. Now I'm tying this back in to the starfish energy and what I saw on the Viking ship, right? Because if you're so coming from obligation or habit that you're going about things the way that you've always gone about them, you could miss those opportunities that are only born of spirit going, hey, do something different today, or hey, don't do that today. I've got this person lined up for you over here. If you only just go to the park for lunch instead of eating in your office. Like, for example, it could be little things like that. The universe, it is very strong, Capricorn. I can feel it. The universe is working with you to orchestrate, lining you up for these opportunities that are not available to you if you keep doing things the way that you've always done them from a place of habit. Now, again, how you're going to know the difference is you're going to feel like doing something differently, or feel like phoning a friend, or feel like, looking into something or going to that movie. Someone might even pop into your head, a contact that you know from a long time ago. You know what? I'm going to check in and see how that person is doing. Really follow your feelings. It is very, very important in terms of opportunity and timing, because fireflies burn brightly, but they also burn out quickly. So it does feel like this is a bit of a time-sensitive situation here. Not to be overly dramatic, like something else will always come back around, like, you know what I mean? But this feels like, you don't want to miss this. And all you have to do not to miss it is follow your feelings and not come from obligation. I know it sounds like ABC 1, 2, 3, but it's true. Wow, look, 2 for 1. Let's talk all about it. So I'm really obsessed with this. So first of all, we have the 2 of Wands here, so more wands, right? But it's in the reverse, and then you have the 3 of Cups in the upright. I'm telling you, Aries got 2 of Wands and 3 of Cups as well. Like, watch the Aries reading, okay? There's really something in that for you. Okay. So 2 of Wands in the reverse. Well, when it's in the upright, that's very much about getting your facts and figures and your details and staying ready so you ain't got to get ready, right? The fact that this is in reverse is really interesting with a 3 of Cups in the upright, because 3 of Cups in the upright is cause for celebration. This is like, drinks are on me. I just scored this. Drinks are on me. I just booked this. Drinks are on me. I just got an opportunity to partner with blah, 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 or whatever have you. This is huge. 3 of Cups is like pure, unadulterated joy with a reason for that joy. Not that we need reasons, but it is, you're celebrating something specific, right? Now, are these puffins not on the side of the ocean on the shoreline, like I saw in the meditation? And is this not, I'll hold it in the upright, the shoreline here and the water coming in? Did I not see this in your meditation? Come up out the water, stand on the shore, allow what is yours to come to you, right? Take a break. Coming out of the water, right? Even the Vikings knew how to take a day off. That is so important for you, Capricorn, in some way, shape, or form. This is coming in really heavy-handed in this way, but here's why. Here's why. I'm also hearing you've done the work. That's what 2 of Wands is telling me. You have done the work. You have done the work. It's not time to keep, rolling that stone up the hill, Sisyphus. It's you know what I mean? Like, you have done the work. You are ready. You have done the work. You've done the work. Allow yourself to really be moved by your feelings, because what you desire, or something that you don't even know that you want, is being lined up for you. Follow your feelings in order to receive it. Okay? I'm so here for it. Let's go ahead and get some advice for y'all. Let's do it. Get some advice for Capricorn. Advice. Oh, really? Oh, really? Queen of Swords, but is she not like sitting by the ocean, like on the land? Really? How many more times can Spirit just be like, this is what it is? Okay, let's talk. Queen of Swords, she's brilliant. So Queen of Swords is very much about knowing what to say no to, what to say yes to. She is the queen of discernment. She never wastes her time. She never lands in situations that she regrets or wish she had said no to. She is the queen of the dispassionate assessment, right? Because she's air energy, right? So she's Gemini, she's Libra, she's Aquarius energy, where she's really coming from the realm of the mind. She has access to her emotions and intuitive information, but she lives in the realm of the mind, right? When we think with our heads, right, it's really interesting, because there's this feeling here of allowing yourself to be moved by your feelings and how you feel. And then the fact that, like, we're looking at the ocean and she's sitting on the shore with her feet in the water, right? But she's on land. I feel like you're being called to balance those feelings also with discernment as these opportunities come up for you. But I got to tell you, more than anything, this feels like something you are being advised to do for yourself, to yourself. If you find yourself coming from obligation or shitting all over yourself, I should be doing this, I should be doing this, right? Queen of Swords yourself and cut it out. You know what I mean? There's something in that. Even if you have prior commitments that you really don't feel like doing for some reason, right? And it's not, again, like, be discerning, like Queen of Swords, like, to really check in. Is that fear that's, I don't feel like doing that, or is it something else? Get clear on what that is for you, right? Look beneath the surface with the starfish, right? But also, look at the top view as well. Consider all angles and say, like, okay, what aspects of me are making, coming from fear or afraid that if I interrupt the routine, if I do things differently, that what? So-and-so won't love me anymore if I'm not there to, like, I don't know, make the coffee or the dinner or do this, or my boss won't be happy if I'm not there to do this extra, whatever this is for you, you are being asked, if you knew that by following your feelings and moving from a place of flow for your personal joy barometer was going to lead you to bigger and better things, would it be okay then? Act as if, and then watch what happens. That's what this feels like. There is an aspect of you that's telling yourself things that aren't necessarily true. And I feel like that's coming up with the Devil and the Queen of Swords here. Really taking a look at how your fear is informing you, or how self-fulfilling prophecy has played a role in your life up to this point. And if it has played a role in your life up until this point, then you can use that same power of self-fulfilling prophecy for good. And instead of saying something like, this industry is done with me, for example, I just heard someone say that recently, so that's why it's on my, like, this industry is done with me, flip it to, this industry wants me so badly. This industry can't get enough of me. You can flip that for the positive and manifest from that place, right? You don't have to start from scratch here. It's really beautiful. Let's go ahead and get an oracle. I'm feeling like the Avalon oracle today. Let's do it. Oracle for Capricorn. Nope. Oh, last one flipped. It was like, no, you will wait till you get to the last one. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. This is really powerful. So first of all, this is number one. This is the first oracle in the deck, and it came up last. There's something in that. So this is the Abbey in Glastonbury. So this says interconnectedness, purpose, serenity, shared blessings. Wow. Interconnectedness, purpose, serenity, shared blessings. You know, I don't know how much you know about the Abbey in Glastonbury, kind of its history, but it is like there's been a lot of damage done to it because of, King Henry and coming in and taking over and, wanted his divorce. So he's destroying, the Abbey and the church that was, built in this pagan land. And there's a lot of rich history there. But do you see the Tor? Can you see that? Like the Tor that's behind, that is standing tall and not harmed in any way. I feel like there's something in that for you. I feel like the devil energy here, this is like the living embodiment of that. I feel like there are outmoded systems or ways of thinking that you're being asked to first become aware of and then lovingly release. It doesn't really have a place in what's to come for you. I'm really hearing thoughts are things, and you do create your own reality. And I feel like, and I say this with love, I feel like there's a very strong energy around you accepting responsibility for where you are and where you are not. And you have the power to really live the life and attract the life that you so desire. You really can. It's just about really getting out of your own way and then seeing how fear has informed you, whether on the surface where it's really obvious or beneath the surface where it may be a little bit less obvious within your subconscious. At the beginning of this mid-month, we have the full moon in Scorpio. It's eclipse season. It's Mercury in retrograde. And it is a beautiful opportunity to work with the shadow and the aspects of yourself that are maybe not your favorite or maybe not as close to the surface. Those of us who choose to work with this energy actively and say, okay, I'm interested in this. I want to get to know and dance and accept the aspects of myself that are fear-based or in the shadows or maybe not as nice to feel or look at, right? Are going to have an easier time with this energy because it's coming up as an opportunity so that we can be aware of and integrate those shadows, not heal them necessarily, although you do heal them by integrating them. It's not about fixing it. Okay, Capricorn? Not about fixing it. It's about integrating it and accepting that those parts of you are just as important and deserve just as much time, love, and attention as the lighter parts of yourself. Because guess what? It affects you just as much as the light part of yourself. So why not bring it out into the open, dance with it, sit with it, accept it, love it, integrate it? I feel like that's what's coming up for you around this, right? I feel like these are the shadow aspects of yourself that are coming up during this time. And then this is the aspect of you. It's like the wholeness that is as a result of doing this work under the light of the moon and really acknowledging the ways in which you get in your own way or the ways in which you have created the reality that you have, both good and not as good. Okay? Purpose, serenity, shared blessings. Yeah, the serenity, I feel like, is allowing yourself to follow those feelings. Even the Vikings knew how to take a day off. I do feel like it is aligned with your purpose. We talked about that. And then the shared blessings. It's very, very true with this Three of Cups here. This is very much shared blessings and good time with friends and family. You know, all of this that you're doing, all of this good that's coming to you doesn't just affect you. It affects those around you as well. So if that helps you look at this in that context, if you have children that are watching what you do and you're an example for, if you have, you know, partner, loved ones that are affected by your mindset and what you do, if it helps you to view it through that lens of there are more people affected by your choices and how you move through the world and the thoughts that you think than just you, right? Let's say you do have thoughts like, you know, this is never going to happen for me. How might your partner, like, you know, how might their experience, you know, be being with someone who really thinks that way, right? This is not to say it's good or bad. It's just to say, open it up and consider what benefits it could have for whoever is in your life that's important to you or watching you or is affected by your choices. If you were to be the example, if you were to be the light that you seek and really show up in a way that is thinking about the bigger picture. All right, Capricorn, you absolutely got this. I'm sending you so many blessings. Thank you so, so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.